All right. Good morning. It is Mental Toughness Monday, and we are going to start with a little bit of essential oil. And the oil we are starting with is called Anchor. Anchor is the oil of steadying. It's one from the yoga collection. Yoga collection. Comes in a little box like this if you buy the whole collection. I believe you can buy them separately as well. So if you have that one, go ahead and grab it. If you don't have that one, grab another one and still have the experience with us. Put a little drop in your hands, rub it together, smell it, deep smell, put a little bit on the back of your neck and your chest. Your forehead is a good place. Your amygdala is right there, right here across your lip, the upper lip. So yeah, good stuff. Okay, breathe it in. And while you're breathing in Anchor or whatever you've got, I'm going to read to you about what it does. Anchor offers steadiness to individuals when they experience upheaval or instability, either in their outward or inward life. Its calm, present, and supportive aroma extends to an energetic arm to lean on. When an individual is being invited by life to accept radical change, it's common to look externally for support and reassurance when faith in oneself falters. However, Anchor invites individuals to look inward to discover the refuge that's already within reach. It's supportive for individuals who wish to practice trusting their intuition and accepting the wisdom waiting within their own soul. That's really beautiful, isn't it? Anchor reminds that separateness, uncertainty, and concealment are symptoms of fear and not solutions. This blend invites individuals to remain present and aware when they choose to pull out of integrity and self protect. It teaches them to return to trust and find their center a moment at a time. Anchor encourages individuals to step onto the path before them with faith and courage, offering reassurance that it will be there holding space for as long as it's needed. So, the suggested uses: inhale from the bottle, diffuse or place drops in the hand, rub and inhale, apply over the chest. This is topical stomach or middle chakras. So, the mid back would be a good place for this. And it helps to um, with the negative emotions of unsteady or unstable, upheaval, uncertain, and separated. So that seems very awesome. And the positive properties are steady, calm, stable, present, supported, clear, and courageous. That seems just so awesome for today and for this time, the times in which we live, to have that steadiness available. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this or anything that you want to share. I want just a little bit more because I like that steady. And I think I'm at the end of my bottle, so I'm like barely dripping it out. But you don't need much, right? Just need a little. All right, you're all muted, so unmute and tell me what your thoughts are about steady. And if you're here on the recording, then list some of your thoughts in the chat after you're done breathing in.
So I'm in the car, but Anchor seems like a good way to start the new year.
Yeah, doesn't it?
I love that. That was a beautiful statement about Anchor.
Yes. Yeah, I like that too. And it's January 6th, so that seems like a good day for studying. Any other thoughts about Anchor? Next week, we will start talking about the ancient oils. There are three, four of them, which you may or may not have. They sold them years ago as a collection as part of the Christmas season, or maybe it was during Easter season. They had some ancient oils, and if you took advantage of that, they came in a gorgeous carved box, like really beautiful. Okay, anchor, steadiness. That's where we are today. So feel steady. Let's move on to our mental toughness. Secrets of the world class, 177 of them. We are on number 57. Is that right?
That's right.
Yes.
Okay. Champions know why they are fighting. Average performers never fully tap into their own psyches, and as a result, they are unmotivated to dream big dreams. World class performers know what they're willing to fight and even die for. This is a critical trait of the great ones. They draw their motivation and willpower intrinsically, whereas the middle class waits for the motivational mood to strike. Professional performers invest a tremendous amount of time thinking about what makes them tick in an effort to uncover their deepest, most powerful emotional motivators. When the going gets tough and the pain kicks in, average people back off from a goal or task. This is when the world class really begins to fight. When they begin to feel physical or psychological pain, they go inside themselves and draw on their vast reserves of emotional power. When pain strikes, the subconscious mind asks the conscious mind, why must I suffer? The great ones know the answer is their vision. When their subconscious determines the vision is worth fighting for and suffering for, their level of motivation soars. This is one of the major reasons there is such a chasm between amateurs and pros. The difference may be small at the start, but as the pain and suffering escalate, the performance gap becomes larger and larger to the point of a total mismatch. You don't pit amateurs against pros. It's like feeding a man to the lions. Wow, that really goes with Anchor, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Steve Siebold has the quote. He says, one of the hallmarks of the great ones is their level of awareness as to what they are willing to fight for. They are willing to suffer and sacrifice to make their visions reality. And then yeah, we'll talk about the action step and the world-class resource after we visit about this. Okay. What are you fighting for?
Survival.
Do you know what you're fighting for? Survival is not a dream.
Oh,
Survi- Survival is just survival.
I success.
All right, open up your mics and let's talk about this. What about um, champions are willing to fight and even die for their dreams, whatever their dreams are. They know what they're And you can, if you don't know for yourself yet, look around and do you see anybody either in the current or in the past? Maybe you've seen a movie or read a book recently about someone who understood what they were willing to fight and die for that you could share as an example.
Think of that guy Rocky. He worked his guts out.
Yes, Rocky knew, right? He was definitely willing to suffer, right? Suffer for his dream. It was important to him. I'm not willing to get my face hit that many times. That is not my dream.
No, no, no.
So, but it was his, right?
Yeah.
So, Linda, are you going to share something?
Yes, I can't remember the movie, but it was some person hiking or skiing and they got caught in a rock. And so he was willing to cut off his leg to get for survival,
Wow,
to get
that's
it, to
pretty,
be able to get out.
right? Because
Um,
because at that moment, survival was his dream,
well, yes, I mean, it was either that or die.
right? He didn't have any option for any other dreams if he died in at that time, and so he did what he needed to in order to make it through. Wow, that is some serious, yeah, wow. That, I mean, I'm just like trying to think through the, like, how long would that take? And did he
Yeah.
have the right tools? And
Well,
you know
no,
what I mean?
he had a pocket knife is how he did it. Because,
Oh,
but yeah, I
how
don't
did he
know if
get
it
through
was a
his bone?
It might
right.
have been an arm. It might have been an arm because I heard of a guy like that too. That cut
Yeah,
him.
I've
A
heard it.
rock fall happened and it pinched him into a crevasse.
Yeah,
And he
I
only
don't know.
had a pinched
I don't
nerve.
know if it was a plane wreck and he was trying to survive, and as he was walking out, I can't remember. I mean, my brain's not good.
Wow. Well, but still, that's some extreme action right there, right?
Right. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, other examples. I just watched the movie from Angel Studios, Bonhoeffer, and he had I mean, his was not even like about going after a dream necessarily that he wanted. He wanted to stop a wrong that was happening. He could see it clearly. He happened to be out of the country as the Hitler phenomenon started, and so when he came back and saw that he was studying to be a pastor in New York City. And when he came back, he discovered that many of the churches had already changed their allegiance from Jesus Christ to Hitler. And at the end, he kept speaking against it, and ultimately gave his life for that. But um, one of the lines that he said, it was so powerful. He said, and I don't remember the question that he was responding to, but one of the SS soldiers um was mocking him and asked him a question, and he said, if drivers were running over children, wouldn't it be all of our responsibility to stop them? I just felt like that was such a powerful message, that he understood that this was wrong, and it was very wrong, because they were, the things that they were doing to the Jews was wrong and very wrong, and his integrity would not allow him to remain silent about it. And even he had been successful in getting out of the country, and yet his integrity would not allow him um, to not be there where his voice, he felt like he was more needed at home. And then ultimately, he was offered an escape the night before he was hung, and he refused it because of what it would do to his family and to the family of the soldier who offered him
Mhm.
that chance to escape, because he knew that his family would be in danger. And so he continued, like, his dream, his vision of what he was willing to die for was truth and for Jesus Christ. And it was just a powerful story of character and truth. It was really beautiful. If you haven't seen it, I totally just spoiled it for you. Go see it anyway. It's really good.
Absolutely.
All right. Other thoughts about champions, what they're willing to fight and die for, knowing what it is that they're fighting for, or what thoughts does this have for you? Does it bring up for you about what you're willing to fight and die for? How does that apply to your work, to your family, to your business, to
Your goals.
your any of your goals?
Well, some of it is that I read procrastination could be a sign of depression. And I thought,
Mhm.
ah, maybe. But I thought
Yeah,
that's something to think about and to, give yourself baby steps and perk yourself up. Good
yeah.
for you.
No, I think is a really good point. I've been definitely a procrastinator. I was recognizing also this morning, I've been doing a lot of home organization, and I realized I have a lot of emotions around not being so busy, not having so many things stacked in front of me that I still need to do. And that emotion needs to be cleared up. you have to take the time to work through whatever those feelings are, whether it's, depression or, um, uncertainty, feeling that kind of unstable, unsteady. So again, with the anchor, right? Like I can bring that anchor in and I can look at the newly organized pieces of my life and I don't have to be like, oh my gosh, what am I supposed to do now? But instead be able to be still and allow that space to serve me instead of me constantly serving my unorganized spaces.
That's good.
I like that.
Yeah,
I
me
also
too.
want I wanted to say something about anchor. I use it with my Tai Chi, and that way it balances us and helps us concentrate on our moves rather than, your shopping list, other things you have to do for that
Right.
day.
I love that. Yeah,
Maybe
that's
a
awesome.
focus. Maybe you can use that as that's a focus point then.
It
It's a
is.
Yeah,
focus.
anchor. Yep.
Interesting.
I love that. All right. If you are catching the replay, we want to hear your thoughts and comments. If anyone else live here on the call has anything that they want to share, now is the time. And then I'm going to read the action step for today and the world-class resource. All right, action step for today. Make a list of the 10 reasons you will do whatever it takes to breathe life into your vision. 10 reasons you're going to do whatever it takes to breathe life into your vision. So if you don't have a clear vision, you probably need to start with that. What is your clear vision and why does it matter? Review this list every day, especially when the going gets tough. And then the world-class resource is get a copy of It's Not About the Bike by Lance Armstrong. This book will take you inside the mind of the greatest cyclist in history. After you read it, you'll know exactly what makes this champion so special. It's not about the bike. All right. Well, thank you all for coming this morning. It's wonderful to have you here, and it's stick around if you're staying for our team call right after. And the rest of you, have a great week.